The NFL is in more controversy, this time surrounding the officiating of the AFC Championship game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. In this video, I will go through the officials' rulings and why they affected this game. I'm Chase Keller, and welcome to Chase Keller Journalism. Hi guys, I'm Chase Keller, and if you're like me, you were wondering what happened with the AFC Championship game and why was the officiating so subpar. So I rewatched the second half of the game and I saw a lot of missed calls that the referees missed on Kansas City and a lot that were called or tacky calls called on Cincinnati. In this video, I'm going to go through the three most controversial calls that I've noticed on social media, and I'm going to show how they happened, why they happened, and were the officials right to call it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and go in the description to view my website and my other social medias if you want to see more extensive coverage. Support the cause, guys. So without further ado, was this game rigged? With 10:29 left in the game, the Kansas City Chiefs lined up for a 3rd and 9 attempt at their own 34-yard line. The stop here was crucial for Cincinnati as they would get the ball back with plenty of time to spare. After Kansas City lined up for their attempt, the play was swiftly shut down due to a line error. Line judge Jeff Seaman came in and reset the spot, and afterwards, lead referee Ron Tolbert made the announcement to clock management to reset the play clock to 10 seconds and made the first mistake of the play. He told the operator to start both the play clock and the game clock on his signal. In this situation, only the pass clock should have been activated because the previous play was an incomplete pass. So surely, the play should have been blown dead. But here comes the second problem. So because of this long delay between the first and the last whistle, the Chiefs had the opportunity to relax and reset the play. From this point, quarterback Patrick Mahomes dropped back to pass a short dump off to tight end Travis Kelce, well short of the line to gain. Cool. 4th down, Chiefs punt, and the Bengals get the big stop that they needed. Yet, around a minute later, Tolbert makes another announcement to the clock operating crew and announces that the play was shut down and the Chiefs will get a 3rd attempt to reset and run another play. Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, as he should be, was fired up, and for a while, nobody on the field, no fans, and nobody watching the broadcast understood what was going on. The play ensued, Mahomes gets sacked, just a waste of time. Or that's what we all thought. Cornerback Eli Apple is called for holding, and the Chiefs get a completely new set of downs. Everyone is still confused. And finally, a couple of minutes later, a Skycam replay is shown of a field judge, Tom Hill, rushing the field, waving his arms, and presumably whistling the play dead. Nobody could hear it, and after the play ensued, Hill stopped trying and waited for the play to conclude. Now, I'm unsure on if this is ref's policy to stop trying once the snap happens. I couldn't find it in the rulebook or anywhere else, but nonetheless, the entire play was messed up from the get-go. Now, should the play have been redone? Of course, but with a mistake from Tolbert to a careless call from Hill, this was just overall messy, and the Chiefs should have never seen more than 2 attempts here. Now, do I agree with the plan to reset? Yes, totally. But field judge Tom Hill totally could have done that better. 1:26 remained in the game on a crucial drive for Cincinnati. Burrow needed to drive his team at least 56 yards downfield to get into field goal range, and with time being a massive factor, Burrow needed to act fast. The odds already seemed low because of the lackluster pass blocking, allowing Burrow to see pressure on 42% of his dropbacks by game's end. This snap was nothing different, as with the Kansas City secondary locking down, Burrow had no options with immediate pressure. Originally, running back Samaje Perine found an opening and Burrow seemingly attempted to throw it his way, but he was hit while throwing. He threw the ball at the ground by his lineman, and everything seemed normal at first. But after discussion, Tolbert made the announcement that Burrow committed intentional grounding, losing him the yardage and the down like if he took that sack anyways. Once again, Coach Taylor was furious at the call, and I am a little bit questioning too. Even if Perine was not in the area of the pass, the NFL rulebook states in Item 2 of Section 2 of Rule 8, the passer initiates his passing motion towards an eligible receiver and then is significantly affected by physical contact from a defensive player that causes the pass to land in an area that is not in the direction and vicinity of an eligible receiver. In the replay, you can see Chiefs defensive lineman Colin Saunders make contact with Burrow, and fellow lineman Chris Jones came very close to making contact, making the throw nearly impossible to make. Due to the vagueness of this rulebook statement, both sides can be argued for this call, but personally, I don't believe it was intentional grounding. I know they converted on 3rd and 16, but that play could have saved them a lot of yardage without the intentional grounding call. Relaying significant contact to your referees allows for controversial calls and opinionated conversations, which is likely what happened with this discussion after the alleged intentional grounding violation. Second to last play of the game, play right before the game-winning field goal, and just like most viewers, I saw this play as a costly mistake by Bengals linebacker Joseph Osai. On this play, Mahomes did scramble out right and got out of bounds to stop the clock, but Osai extended his arm into Mahomes after both feet were out of bounds, which is clearly an unnecessary roughness call. I have seen users argue against this call due to momentum, but how Osai broke the rules is as followed in Article 8 of Rule 12. Illegally launching into a defenseless opponent. It is a legal launch if a player leaves both his feet prior to contact to spring forward and upward into his opponent. The helmet part is not applicable here, but on the other side of the field, the clearest hold I have seen in a while happened. Kansas City offensive tackle Orlando Brown was facing Cincinnati edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. When Hendrickson attempted to dive low to get under the 6'8" tackle in what looked like to be a nice move. After Hendrickson got low, Brown wrapped his arm under Hendrickson's helmet and ripped him up in a clear holding motion. This play did go unnoticed, and no, it does not look like Brown got under the pads of Hendrickson until he squared up. This was just a clear miss by the referees, and I do believe that this was holding, and again, if this was called, this would have been a big changer for the entire result of the game. The holding call and the unnecessary roughness call would have negated each other, and the Chiefs would have another shot to get into field goal range, but it wouldn't be as easy as it was with Osai hitting him out of bounds. I will back up the refs here, as holding is more than likely the hardest penalty to consistently call, yet this one was just extremely obvious and it should have been called anyways. Now, of course it depends on the fan, but a lot of people believe that the NFL rigged this game for Mahomes and the Chiefs. 1, the Kelsey Bowl was formed, and 2, Mahomes is kind of the golden boy of the NFL, and a lot of these fans seem to agree that Brady was also rigged for around 10 years ago, around his prime area. He was also rigged for in the NFL playoffs. But I'm not one to say that the game was rigged. Now, I have sarcastically said the game was rigged to many people, but overall, I don't think referees rig games, or I don't think the league rigs games. I think there's just unlucky games where refs do go one way, and it just turns out to be one of the more significant games of that year. But I don't want it to be just my opinion. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Leave a comment down below if you guys believe this game was rigged, or if you think the officiating was awful, and let me know how you thought about that AFC Championship game. Thank you guys so much for watching this game. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And in the description, I have a link tree to my website and my other social media sites if you guys want to view my more extensive coverage. Once again, I'm Chase Keller from Chase Keller Journalism, and thank you guys for choosing this channel as your source of sports coverage. I'll see you guys in the next one.